Hello everyone, today we are going to practice graphing a function when we are given the slope and an ordered pair that's on the line. So some quick review is an ordered pair is just a fancy way to say a point on the line. It tells us where on the coordinate plane we are. Ordered pairs are always written as x and then y. So remember that first number tells us how far we're going right or left. So left would be negative, right would be positive. That second number tells us how far up or down we're going. Up is our positive, down is our negative. So remember, a good way to remember that is that picture a little Mario on the screen, right? We're going to run before we jump or dive. Okay, so for today then, we are going to graph a function when we're given the slope and an ordered pair. So we're going to follow these steps every time. So the first thing we're always going to do is to graph the ordered pair first. So if you look over here at this example, we're graphing a line with a slope of 3/4 that passes through the point -4, -3. So I'm going to start with that ordered pair first. So -4 tells me to go left 4, -3 tells me to go down 3, and you can see that little star. We are starting right there at -4, -3. Now our second step is to use that slope to make more points. So when we were finding slope from a graph, we saw those little steps that it kind of formed. So we're going to be doing the same thing here, but to create the other points instead of to find the slope. So our slope is always written as rise over run. So if my slope is 3/4, remember that 3 represents my rise, how far up I'm going, and the 4 represents my run, and we're always going left to right. So I'm going to start at that point and go up 3/4, make a point, up 3/4, make another point, and as you can see, those 3 points line up perfectly to graph a line. So we've got 2 examples to try together. Let's get into them. So our first example, we're going to graph a line with a slope of 2/3 that passes through the point -6, -4. So again, that first step is always to graph that ordered pair first. Starting at the origin, I'm going -6, so left 6, down 4, and I'm going to make my first point. All right, now I'm going to use that slope. So remember, my 2/3, that top number is my rise, that second number is my run. We're always going left to right. So let's go ahead and use that rise or run. So we're going up 2 over 3, make a point, and we're going to keep going. So up 2 over 3, make a point. This one's right on the origin. I'm going to keep going as far as I can. Up 2 over 3. And it looks like I can squeeze in one more. Up 2 over 3. Make a point. Now, if you are at home or on paper, I highly suggest a ruler, but we are going to connect all these points, and you can see that they turn into that beautiful line. And again, thinking back to what we know about slope, that slope of 2/3 is positive, so we know that we should be going up left to right. So it's a good check step to throw in there. Let's try this one last one together then. This time we have a slope of -3 that passes through the ordered pair to -6. So I'm always starting with my ordered pair. So starting at the origin, +2 tells me to go 2 to the right, -6 tells me to go down 6. So this time I'm starting all the way down here. Okay, so now my slope is given to me as -3, but I want a fraction because I want to know what's my rise and what's my run. Anytime we have a whole number, remember we can always write it over 1. So -3 over 1 means that my rise is -3 and my run is 1. Well, here's the situation. I can't go down 3, right? Because I have nowhere else to go on my graph. So when this is the case, we're going to have to go backwards. So we're going to go the opposite of both of them. So instead of going down 3, I'm going to go up 3. Oops, wrong color. And instead of going to the right like we normally do, I'm going to go to the left. So up 3 and then left 1 to make this point, and I'll show you at the end how this all works out. We're just doing the opposite. So up 3, left 1. Again, you can see my line is starting to form. Up 3, left 1, and it looks like again I can squeeze in one more All right, so again, I can take those, connect them, and make a beautiful line. And we had a negative slope. It's going down left to right, so we know that everything is checking out. But let's make sure that that slope really works. So remember that my slope, that rise is -3, my run is 1. So if I'm starting left to right, I should be going down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1. So anytime that you get stuck like that where you can't graph anymore going in the direction that you want to go, left to right, we just are going to do the opposite. So instead of going up or down, right, in this case we're supposed to be going down, we're going to go up. Instead of going to the right, we're going to go to the left. All right, so hopefully we are feeling good about both of those situations. This is how we graph a function with an ordered pair and the slope. Have a good day.